What's up, guys? This is Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from my kitchen. How's everyone doing? Man, I am actually really tired. You might not be able to tell, but I got a good 4 hours of sleep last night, which totally sucked. Anyway, I went out with my girlfriend and a bunch of her friends, and we were at a bar, blah 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 blah. But I still couldn't get hustling out of my mind, and I knew that on a Friday night, I still really wanted to go out on a Saturday morning to go hustle, even if I was tired. So, coffee does work wonders, that's great, but so does being optimistic. So, be really optimistic, really good things can happen. Today is evidence of that. I'll show you some really cool things that I found today, and I only had 5 places to go on my list that I created last night, which I was just like, oh, it looked really bleak, by the way, you know? It just didn't look so good, but I just knew that I had to be there in order to see if I was gonna make any money or not make any money. And I made a lot of money today. Well, in the future, I'll make a lot of money based on today, all right? So, one of the segments we're going to talk about at the very end is going to be called The Tired Hustler, which is basically me last night. And it's probably a lot of you guys out there too, and girls, that, you know, want to have fun and do social things, but you know what, on a Saturday morning, if you want to get some of the best stuff, you got to wake up early. So, that's what the Tired Hustler segment's all about. And I want to show you some of the cool things that I found today, because I was out there and I was really tired, but I still went out there this morning and found some great stuff. Let's get right to it. Okay, went to a bunch of cool stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff I found today came from places that weren't even on my route. So, Garage Sale Rover totally helped me out. Those of you out there who are not using Garage Sale Rover, go ahead, buy it. It's totally worth it. Okay, I've made hundreds today just based on that little tiny app, and I think you can find it for your Android and your iPhone. All right. So one of the first places we went to was an estate sale. It had a bunch of crazy old stuff in the backyard, and one of those things was just like 4 old Ford hubcaps. This guy liked to work on Ford trucks, and I guess he'd passed away, so the estate sale, hence, you know. And yeah, so hubcaps do really well in my antique mall. In fact, they sell on average just for one, like $17. So I bought all 4 of these for like $6. Amazing. 4 of those hubcaps. Now here comes some odd stuff. I was at a totally different place, and I found a really cheap violin, which is cool. This was $1, and it says Stradivarius. It probably isn't worth anything. I'm just kidding. It's not a Stradivarius. It's just a violin, and I'm going to learn how to play. There's something about classical music that I really like, and so I've always wanted a violin. I just don't want to pay like $400 for one. So I found one for $1. It needs to be restrung, and it needs to get a bow. I'll make that happen. At the same place, for I think another $1, was this. It's a piano key demonstration tool that is either used at a piano store or at little trade show events for like musical stuff. So here's the piano key, and it shows you kind of how it hits the resonating piece. It's really cool. So this, in my antique mall, although it's not an antique, it's still probably going to bring in about 40 to 50 bucks. But hey, if you spend $1 on something and make 40 or 50, I'm not complaining. And I'm definitely not keeping it. Okay, let's talk about G-Shock watch. $1. All right, $1. You know, why a G-Shock watch that we don't even know if it's working or not? Because this is one of the real G-Shocks. Before it got super popular and everyone's just abusing the hell out of them, and they're coming out in like 5 different, 5 billion like neon colors and everything. They look like this. They were bulky and they were cool, and they were just for like people that were just roaming. You know, they're like mountain men kind of dudes. Anyway, so I'm gonna put a battery in this thing. I imagine it's gonna work, and I'll probably end up selling it for somewhere between like 40 and 60 bucks. It is an original G-Shock, so it's one from back in the day. Pretty cool. Alright, at that same estate sale from earlier today, I found myself an Umco fishing box. Cool! These are really neat, and when they're steel or tin looking, they're worth even more. This one's probably worth about 40 bucks, and I spent, what does it say, $12, and you take, I got a third off today, so I don't know, I spent about 9 on this thing, maybe like 8. And there's a bunch of lures and stuff in here, so I still haven't got down into that part. And lures do really well. I've done really well with fishing things in general. But at Umco Corporation fishing thing, you see that, Umco? All right, start looking for those things. They're pretty cool. And you'll start finding them too. And guess what? I didn't know about Umco stuff. And it had to be, I don't know if it was Urban Diggers or somebody that just taught me. You know, I looked at one of their videos. I think it might have been Urban Diggers. I learned from you guys out there too. So it's not just, learn from me, but I look out there too for tips. And that is definitely a tip that I did not know about. Okay, let's see. The same place I also got a Park toolbox. Park toolboxes in my antique booth sell super well. And the shelves inside this toolbox, it's not a butterfly tool case, but it does, you know, kind of open in different levels and everything. It's awesome. Pure steel, really cool. This one was really cheap. It was like one third off of like $22. And there's a bunch of stuff inside. I don't know what it is, but I imagine I could probably sell some of that stuff inside too. All right. What else? That same place got all these hats for really, really cheap. I think I might have paid like $1.50 for 4 hats. Remember that video about trucker hats? It's all about subject matter, okay? So this is cool. It's kind of like a little Wimbledon preppy person hat. Love it. That's amazing. Look at this one. Just cruising. Come on. Is that not awesome or what? Yeah, you'd be the only guy in town with this hat, for sure, if you bought it from me. Ha! All right. Here, old school Las Vegas Stardust hat. Totally cool. Let it shine on you. I will let it shine on me. All that money will shine on me. All right. And the F-15 Eagle McDonnell Douglas. Okay, so my avionics kind of junky. I love it. Really cool. I mean, it's just nerdy and cool. So, there we go. Another one. Subject matter. All good on those hats, right? All right. Here's the violin. I don't know if I showed this to you. Anyway, violin needs to be restrung. It needs to get a couple things done to it. I'm estimating about $30 or $40 of work into it. And then I will have a violin that I could probably flip for about maybe $250. But I'll get to play it too. And that's the most interesting part. Because I've been listening to classical music ever since I was a little child. And on road trips with my parents out to the west and the east of the country, we would always listen to classical music, and then a lot of Elton John for some reason, and Tina Turner, so I like all that stuff. All right, some random estates at garage sale actually, for, how much was this thing? For $10. It was a Thomas the Train thing with a bunch of stuff in here, a bunch of cabs and a bunch of cars that are battery operated. I know it's worth way more than that when I put this stuff on eBay, so, and it has the box. Thomas the Train stuff still really in right now, guys. So if you find it, buy it. All right, random garage sale. Garage sale Rover helped me find a garage sale that had this in it. You know, vintage aviation kind of stuff, Pan Am, Delta, all this stuff, you know, Air Italia. People love it. So here's just a bag, Delta Airlines bag. Totally cool, right? Look at this thing. That'll bring 40 to 50 in an antique booth all day long. Okay, I spent like $1 on this thing. Come on. I'll take that. All right, random, actually the same exact estate sale garage sale. Of course, my antique booth. You know, you can sell things like Sears Roebuck pants that are like totally like bound chicka wow wow, you know. Look at that. You just need like an old pair of Nikes and a skateboard and that looks cool. And then, not a Pro Snap shirt, but I'm gonna start wearing it. It's called a Wedgefield medium shirt. I just like the way this thing looks, so it's mine. But this was dirt cheap. Both of those were like $1. Okay. And some other random garage sale that garage sale Rover helped me find. More cowboy boots. Not two-tone. Got a lot of sheen. I'm breaking my rules here, guys. But you know what? When they're $5 a piece and I can sell them for about 30 to 40, maybe even 50, I'm not going to complain. All right. That same exact garage sale I found. And these aren't original. God, that sucks, right? But, you know, I spent $3 on each one of these. These are in the package Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Totally awesome. There's Raphael. I believe this is Donatello with a bow, and this is Rocksteady. And they're still in their packages. These are part of the 1998 grouping, and they also came out, I believe, in 1988 and 89. But these are 1998s. These are worth about $20 a piece on eBay. So I still did okay. It's just not like the Wham, like $50 a piece if you had the original old ones from back in the day in the box. Okay, my girlfriend insisted that we needed these things. They're apothecary jars. You know, I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I mean, we didn't pay really anything for them anyway. So that's fine. She's like, if we don't use them, we'll just put them in the booth. No problem. I can't complain with that either. Okay. And then an old dartboard. It's like, it looks really old this way. It's just a Sportcraft dartboard. It's pretty cool. I mean, we got this worth $1. And we're going to hang outside. I'm real big about having like yard games and stuff when friends come over and drink beer and whatever. Okay, so let's talk about the Tired Hustler. This is a really good day, man. I mean, come on. Like, last night at like 1:30 in the morning, I was still at a bar just pounding down. And, you know, I still had fun, but I was like thinking of hustling the whole time. So, all right, the Tired Hustler, which is basically me. Probably a bunch of you people out there too. So, here's the main thing. And I said this on my way back home and talked to my girlfriend. I was like, I gotta make a route as soon as I get home. That sucks. Not looking forward to it. But you know what? I don't want to pay for my sleep. What I mean by that is if you sleep in, well, guess what? I just missed out on a day that could be, I don't know, this could be a maybe a $250 to a $500 day right here. Okay, so I'm not paying for that. Okay, 2.5 hours more of sleep. Sorry, not worth my $250 or the $500. Maybe to you guys, but not to this hustler. So don't pay for your sleep. Okay, get up. If you have 2 hours of sleep, get up. Just get, be groggy and whatever. But get out there. Craigslist. That's what I used last night. And I just did a small route, nothing crazy, 5 places. It wasn't looking very good. And then, halfway into my route, I was like, you know what? I was actually out there and I was kind of sleepy and I was driving around. And I just pulled out Garage Sale Rover. I was like, you know what? I paid for this app, so I'm going to use it every now and then. And I did. Rescued the day. Cool. Garage Sale Rover saved my day. And then be optimistic. I'm always optimistic in the car. When I look over at my girlfriend, she's always kind of sleeping because she just needs more sleep than I don't know how that all works. But anyway. So I'm always optimistic. I always like making money on a Saturday morning. It's just a lot of fun, right? You find some cool things that, you may or may not keep. For this pile right here, the only thing I think I might keep might be that trucker hat, the Just Cruising one. Really cool. I like it. That's it. I mean, everything else is going to market. Okay, so be optimistic. Stay optimistic. Very, very important. That's how you make a lot of money. And don't ever forget this quote. I've lived since I was a little child with this quote. And Woody Allen said it, okay? I'm kind of a big Woody Allen fan of his films. Pretty cool. But he said something very interesting back, I don't know, when I think I was in 6th or 8th grade. I heard this for the first time, and it just like repeats in my head through college and through high school and through, getting a job in corporate America and getting out of a job in corporate America. It says 90% of success is just showing up. That's it. You just got to show up. All right? So that means show up all, nasty and groggy and be a tired hustler, because if you're just there, it'll work out for you. Okay, a lot of the time. So 90% of the success, 90% of, think about it like this, 90% of cash is just if you show up to the things. Cool. So that's what a tired hustler is all about. Hey guys, if you guys like my videos, comment down there, give me the like, the thumbs up, and go look at my Facebook page. Slowly I'm building it and it's getting really good. So take a look at that. I've actually got some cool likes on some of my pictures from other people. And people, I have no idea who you are, but you're liking my pictures, so cool. But go take a look, and some of the contests will be driven from the Facebook page, and it's under construction, but a lot of the cool stuff that you see that I've been hustling for years, I'm looking through my photos of my cameras and everything, and I'm uploading a lot of this stuff to Facebook so you can see how my eye is evolving, my hustler eye, all right? So, if you like these videos, comment, like, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for the great comments for the video that I just put out not too long ago. Excellent freaking comments. All right, talk to you later. See you, hustlers.